Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. A lot of stuff to cover today, a lot of interesting stuff. We're going to go over a bunch of stuff on Twitter. Janet Yellen is in the news. I don't even know what to even begin to think about what this lady is trying to put together. Oh my goodness, or try to put in place, I should say. Wow. Taxing unrealized capital gains. Unbelievable. Scary, 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 scary stuff. But thank God we have crypto. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, I don't even know what to begin to think about that. Interesting stuff. You know how we say on this channel, go to where you are treated best. I can't even begin to think about that. But Janet Yellen's in the news of some very, very interesting stuff coming out of what is it, from Legal Briefs with Miss Jeremy Hogan, and what she has kind of the good and the bad, or the recent motions by Judge Nat Burns. She went through those really, really well, covered those really, really, really well. And so we'll share that. And it's about 6 minutes, but it's a great listen to as well. Got a lot of stuff going on Twitter, like I mentioned. NuBank, RippleNet partner, just got a massive investment from Warren Buffett. Wow, $500 million investment in NuBank, which is a RippleNet partner. Very, very interesting. Looks like the LATAM market is going to be quite the leader in this next wave of this new revolution, right? This industrial revolution, if you will. The Latin American markets are certainly going to be big time players in it all. 500 million from Warren Buffett. That is a crazy number. And the market, by the way, is doing what the market does. We'll go over that as well. Very, very interesting time. So we're going to get into it, guys. So listen, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. Let's do it. So let's refresh the total market cap and see if that's up to date. 2.74 trillion. Let's refresh. Okay, it's down to 2.73. So it was as high as 2.74 trillion just a few minutes ago. It's 2.73 currently as I record the video. Bitcoin dominance is at 43.6%. It's good to see that start to go down. So Bitcoin is at $63,451. Ethereum above 4,000 again at $4,174. Binance coins at $487. Cardano's at $2.15. Solana, shout out to Danny Lowe. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Solana is just on a tear. It's over $208. Wow. It just keeps going and going. I do have a little bit of Solana as well. I haven't even looked at it. I just was playing around on a platform, on one of its platforms. It's up 30.6% on the 7-day. Unbelievable. XRP is $1.10. Polkadot's $43. Dogecoin, another mintable F asset on Flare Networks, in addition to XRP, is up 11% on the 7-day at 26.4%. Shiba Inu is up 42.1% on the 7-day. 3,925 Satoshis. Wow. Terra Luna, despite the harassment from the SEC, is up $43.06. It's up 18% on the 7-day. Chainlink is up 21% on the 7-day. Wow. And shout out to all the Chainlink, man, holders. $32.11. Avalanche is up 17.5% on the 7-day at $65 now and 97 cents. That's very, very cool to see. We got Uniswap's $26. Litecoin's $196. Another mintable app asset on Flare Network is Algorand. It's up 10% on 10.4% on the 7 days at $1.95. Come on, Bitcoin Cash. We need you to get to your all-time highs, previous all-time highs. What is going on here? It's at $623. Polygon is $1.63. It's up 12.1% on the 7-day. And for all my B-Chain fam, 13.9 cents for VeChain's up 13.7% on the 7-day. So there, that kind of wraps it all up for the market. Again, because the market is doing what the market does. Let's go over a couple of things on Twitter, and then we'll get into some Miss Jeremy Hogan. What is going on with my laptop? All right, let's see here. Let's do this and see what we got. This Mintable, this app that Stellar has going, LightMint, it's got an app apparently that you can, kind of do those things with NFTs. That is very, very interesting. So the Cryptic Poet tweeted out, Nigeria is to launch the digital currency today on Monday, central bank says. They're going to launch their CBDC. Very cool. Neum, N-I-U-M, Neum is a Ripple partner. Neum launches the first global platform for crypto as a service and extends its banking as a service solutions to the United States. So another Ripple partner in the news, Neum, launches the first global platform for crypto as a service and extends its banking as a service solutions to the United States. That, my friend, is very, very interesting. So this is an interesting thing here out of LightMint. So LightMint mobile app rolling out soon. It says LightMint's mobile app explore NFTs on the Stellar blockchain. Stellar Org, this will be a full Stellar Org wallet with built-in SDS support. Very excited for the release. Shout out to everyone over at Stellar. Lumen's Jimmy Vallee reports that the G7 financial leaders reached an agreement on digital currencies. And I think I have that article. Interesting stuff there. G7 financial leaders reach agreement on digital currencies. The finance ministers of the G7 countries have reached an agreed position on 13 public policy principles for central bank digital currencies. We're talking, this is the G7. In a move that could pave the way for greater adoption of CBDCs across the world's leading economies. According to a statement from the U.S. Treasury Department, the public policy principles will be grounded in transparency, sound economic governance, and a respect for the rule of law in a way designed to foster innovation and the development of new digital currency for retail purposes. In a joint statement, the senior finance and central bank officials from across the G7 said that while innovation and money can bring benefits, these must be tempered by regulation to deal with the potential wider public policy fallout. Innovation, and this is a quote here, innovation in digital money and payments has the potential to bring significant benefits, but also raises considerable public policy and regulatory issues, the officials said. Strong international coordination and cooperation on these issues help to ensure what public and private sector innovation will deliver domestic and cross-border benefits while being safe for users and the wider financial system. So when the G7 nations are agreeing on the CBDCs, it's not whether or not we're going to have CBDCs. They're coming. When they're going to get here, we don't know. But the fact that they did come to an agreement is pretty significant. You can see the different 7 nations here: Canada and China, the US, Great Britain, and Japan, obviously. So it's very, very, very interesting stuff that they did come to an agreement on that. Very, very, very interesting. So Alex Cobb tweeted out something I thought was very significant in relation to Binance US stating that they're not going to support the Songbird. So they're not going to distribute Songbird to Songbird holders. Very, very interesting. And he tweeted out that, in fact, they're the largest holder right here. Binance claimed the most Songbird, but will not be distributing it. Now, this is Binance, but that's not necessarily Binance US, right? But anyway, so Binance US said they weren't going to be distributing. I don't know what Binance is doing. But that's very, very sad, very, very sad. So Jeremy Hogan tweeted out, Thien-Vu takes over while I recover from my Twitter humiliation. And she will give you the good and the bad from the judge's 3 recent orders in the Ripple versus SEC case. Let's take a listen to her. I listened to this earlier this morning. She is really, really great. Let's take a listen.
Jeremy, it's time to shoot legal briefs.
I can't do it today. There's just no way.
What's wrong?
I mean, I don't have an opening, plus to make matters worse, I feel like such an idiot. I mean, look at this. I wanted to bring in another crypto YouTuber, like we did with John Deaton and those guys a couple weeks ago, which was awesome, and I wanted it to be a surprise, so I reached out to BitBoy himself on Twitter, and I threw myself out there like a young, love-struck girl, and BitBoy didn't respond to me at all. And I know he read it because you could see the check down there at the bottom. He completely ghosted me.
Well, technically, Jeremy, in order to be ghosted, he actually had to have responded in the first place.
This is humiliating. Give me the camera.
Welcome to Legal Briefs, XRP edition. This is attorney Thien-Vu Hogan, and this last week in the Ripple versus SEC case, we had not 1, but 2 orders come down from Judge Netburn. And there was some good news and there was some bad news. Which do you want to hear first? So Jeremy usually gives you the bad news first so that you'll watch the rest of the video to get to the good news. But I'm not going to play that game with you. Instead, let's start with the good news and leave the bad news for last. On Thursday, the judge in the Ripple case issued an order on 2 pending discovery motions. Yes, it was a 2-for-1 day. And let's start with the first part, which was the good news. Quote, first, defendants Ripple and Christian Larson moved to compel the SEC to supplement its responses to 11 of Ripple's interrogatories and 2 of Larson's. Close quote. So you may recall Ripple served numerous questions to the SEC a couple of months ago called interrogatories, and the SEC refused or failed to answer almost every question. So Ripple asked the court to force the SEC to answer, and the good news is in the very first interrogatory question and in the 6th. The first interrogatory really gets to the heart of the case and asks as to each of the 1,500 contracts involving the sale of XRP that took place from 2013 to 2021. Quote, Ripple moves to compel the SEC to identify all terms of the contract that the SEC contends created an expectation of profits for each contract the SEC listed in response to a previous interrogatory. Close quote. This question really gets to the heart of the matter because for XRP to be a security, there must have been an investment contract, an agreement where people bought XRP in exchange for a promise by Ripple that it would work to increase the price of XRP for the benefit of the purchaser. And the problem for the SEC here is that you out there watching, if you own XRP when you bought it, you had no agreement with Ripple that it would work for you. In fact, the contracts that are referenced in this interrogatory, we haven't even seen yet. But I would be shocked if any of them are between Ripple and, let's say, John Smith from Little Rock, Arkansas. Instead, these contracts are between Ripple and other businesses. So as we discussed in other videos, the SEC is going to be forced to argue that Ripple marketed to retail purchasers as though there was an investment contract. It's a circumstantial case. But the SEC didn't want to come out and just say that. So Judge Netburn is forcing the SEC's hand, and here is what she orders. Quote, the SEC opposes on the grounds that the interrogatory assumes, by its lights, an incorrect reading of applicable law, and that the contours of investment contracts under Howey need not come from contracts alone. The SEC's legal theory is not an excuse to avoid responding to defendants' factual inquiry, nor is it a basis to answer a different question than posed. Ripple's interrogatory is relevant and precise and will clarify whether the SEC contends that the terms of any contract identified in response to Ripple's interrogatories number 1 created an expectation of profits by the purchaser of XRP.
And I think for me, that when she says that Ripple's argument is relevant, is absolutely massively powerful, because this means that she considers this to be huge, very, very important to the case. And so that's a big time win, in my opinion.
Accordingly, defendant's motion regarding Ripple's interrogatory number 2 is granted. Close quote. And with that being said, the SEC being forced to address all 1,500 sales contracts, the SEC is now put in a tough position. It either has to admit there is nothing in writing in the contracts that form an investment contract, and therefore admitting that its case is all circumstantial, or it can go through each and every contract and try and find something in the contracts that somehow ties Ripple to people who bought XRP on Coinbase last year. My instinct is that the SEC won't try and go down that road and will instead concede that it is bringing a marketing case. That's similar to a prosecution in a murder case having to admit that its case is based on the defendant having motive and the means to kill the victim, but not really having any hard evidence of guilt. No fingerprints, no eyewitnesses. You can win that case, but it isn't the easiest way to win. And the second piece of good news is in the 6th interrogatory, which asked the question, as paraphrased by the court, quote, whether the XRP ledger was not fully functional before the start of the ongoing securities offering alleged in the complaint. And if that is the SEC's contention, identify when the SEC contends the XRP did become fully functional, if ever, and what actions or efforts resulted in making the XRP ledger fully function. Close quote. And the judge orders that the parties meet and confer as to what is meant by functional. And once Ripple clears that up, the SEC must answer, and that is good for Ripple. But what is even better is this from the court. Quote, defendants counter that the SEC's own public-facing website states that whether a digital asset is not fully functional at the time of the offer or sale is relevant in a Howey analysis. The court argues that this interrogatory seeks relevant information. Close quote. So hidden in the weaves, we find a gem. So basically, on the SEC's website, it actually says that whether a blockchain is fully functional is relevant to the Howey analysis. And that is something that the SEC has been trying to deny this entire litigation. And this is basically what Hinman said in his infamous Ethereum is not a security speech. And the SEC has bent over backwards to say, that's not an official SEC position. And by the judge saying that information is relevant, she is basically signaling that it doesn't matter what the SEC says. The court thinks that it is relevant and it is going to take that into account. And that is some good news, actually really, really good news. And now, unfortunately, for the bad news.
So listen, guys, definitely go check out this video. Let me do this here too as well. Get this a nice thumbs up. But that is absolutely important. She's saying it doesn't matter. The judge thinks that it's relevant. Again, 2 different points. That judge is stating that she believes it to be very, very relevant on the side of Ripple. And so that is really, really cool. Obviously, there's some wins and losses in these motions, and we definitely got some huge wins. And I think that the Ripple wins are huge wins. I think that the Ripple wins are huge wins, and it just it feels like the stuff that is relevant is going to be really, really relevant, and either coming to a settlement or in summary judgment in favor of Ripple. I truly believe that. And so that is some good news, right? And again, go check this video, guys, out. The channel is Legal Briefs, and it's the case here: Ripple versus SEC attorney Thien-Vu Hogan delivers the good news and the bad. Jeremy tweets poorly. It's hilarious. So yeah, go definitely go check that out. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is this is really kind of the big news. Shout out to Crypto Eddie for sharing this this morning. I watched her video this morning. Warren Buffett, massive backing into RippleNet Bank. Warren Buffett's massive backing into a RippleNet bank. So here it is. Warren Buffett's argument is in favor of Bitcoin. Brazilian digital bank gets a $500 million investment. $500 million, guys, from Buffett Investment Fund. 500 million. Wow, that is very, very interesting. Let's see if we can get into the bank. All this other stuff is really not important. NuBank and RippleNet partnership. So it's NuBank is NuBank. The NuBank is a Latin American neobank and the largest financial technology bank in Latin America. Moreover, the company has engineering offices. Cool. June of this year, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway has invested $500 million into the Brazilian challenging NuBank. Therefore, the Brazilian digital bank has announced today that it received $500 million investment from Warren Buffett, from the Warren Buffett Investment Fund, right? And here's the bank here. It says NuBank. Very, very cool, simple, transparent, and innovative. Meet NuBank. And NuBank uses Remessa in the background to do these payments. Remessa, R-E-M-E-S-S-A. NuBank Ultraviolet, the card design, those who want to see beyond. So this is really, really cool. And we all know that NuBank is a RippleNet partner. Remessa Online is right here. Remessa Online. This is what NuBank uses to do their cross-border payments. So our secret technology, Remessa Online, runs on RippleNet. Absolutely massive. All things considered with this SEC versus Ripple lawsuit going on, Ripple continues to establish itself in the marketplace as the clear leader. The clear leader. This is really exciting. So runs on RippleNet. Online shipping uses blockchain technologies to connect with payment providers around the world. So we can be much faster and cheaper than traditional solutions. Absolutely outstanding stuff there. All right, guys, so I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. That old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here is what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.